So you're getting away you're not getting away with them. We're addressing them today.
Yes,
How long did it take you to get here this morning
15 minutes.
Is she here for speeding?
with this?
Great.
Okay. In your honor.
My
Right.
husband's name is Jeffrey. You could do it in his name.
And your husband's name, what's his name?
Jeffrey Napton.
We have to take other factors in consideration, except a cold. You should write a book.
Probably.
Either that or make a movie. He has a very complicated.
A single mom with no permanent address struggles to get her home back. She has 8 violations, 2 speeding tickets, 3 red light violations, and 4 parking tickets. She stated that she was aware of the parking tickets, but not the other 2.
The parking ticket, the ticket meter, I think it was. I literally,
2 of these parking tickets are overnight parking tickets.
yeah. But then the parking expired one, I was actually at the courthouse supporting my sister, and they gave me a ride to my car. And as soon as I stepped out, the lady was giving me a ticket.
All right, that's
It appears that she has 2 in front of her house. She is parked overnight on the street. It was her sister's house and not hers. She's not working, and due to this, she does not have any money to pay for the tickets.
you are. How many children in your house?
I have 3 siblings, and I have 1 child,
How old is your child?
6.
Are you a single mom?
That's sad. Judge Frank decides to help her get her fines paid from the donations sent by people who are willing to help people that they think are deserving, which means her license won't be suspended, and she has the time to take care of her child.
Program right now trying to help me find a job.
I just want you to remember one thing, okay? That you're getting a break today, but that's not enough. Hopefully someday you're going to be in a position where you can help somebody else.
Yet another reason why the world needs judges like Judge Frank, such a compassionate soul. It appeared that the work she did involved advocating for Rhode Island's medical aid recipients that needed transportation to dialysis and wound care, and she did that for 5 years. Therefore, she understands the importance of helping others.
This person who sent in money said, I don't want anyone to know my name. And this was it. In the past 10 years, through hard work and personal responsibility, I've gone from being truly broke and nearly hopeless to being a productive professional member of society. Everyone deserves a second chance. And it would make me happy if I might be able to provide it.
It's heartwarming to know that we have people out there that are willing to help others. Judge Frank stated that her fine was $250, and he's dismissing it with the understanding that she won't be coming back. He also mentions that the night parking tickets are understandable, but the red light violations and speeding violations are avoidable, if she's conscious and aware of them.
But someday I know you're going to be successful. You have to give back to somebody else.
I definitely will.
That a deal?
Deal.
Okay, good luck.
Giving out to others is an act of kindness that should be practiced by everybody. A motorist describes her unusual and dangerous medical condition to Judge Frank Caprio. Judge Frank, without asking her, stated that the case is about righteous indignation.
$50 ticket, which she could have paid. But no, she got up early this morning, right, had to probably drive a half hour to get here, right, and wait, because she has, she feels in her heart that she's right. Am I right?
I do feel in my heart that I'm right, yes.
And that's why you're here.
She explained that she had started a new job on January 4th. Then on January 5th, she had a rare heart event called a SCAD, which actually means that a piece of her heart broke off, or the artery to her heart broke, so it resulted in a heart attack on January 5th. Unfortunately, there's no treatment for it, so she had to take 2 days off work. That's very sad.
The 24th was my first day back at work. I went for a short shift. I drove around for 40 minutes trying to find a parking spot on Brook Street or around there because I don't get a parking pass for Brown University because I'm only per diem. And
she was just trying to pick up some extra hours. She drove around for 40 minutes trying to find a good parking spot, but she couldn't find one because she can't walk uphill, and her heart was healing. And she's also not supposed to walk in the cold, as it was cold that day.
Someone pull out of a parking spot on Brook Street, and I pulled in, I looked around, made sure there were no signs, I didn't see anything. I went to work for a few hours, came out, and I had a parking ticket.
She definitely has a healthy attitude, and definitely doesn't look like someone with a broken heart. When she got the diagnosis, she was in the hospital, as she had just had a heart attack, so she was trying to process the fact that she was having a heart attack at the age of 43, and she had been given a clean bill of health 3 weeks prior to when she was at the hospital. That's really a lot to take in.
They told me it was like, just shock, because what do you do? There's no treatment, there's no surgery. You just have to let your heart heal and take it easy.
Well, everyone in the courtroom wishes you the best.
Thank you.
All right, we're all
Judge Frank asked if she had a different outlook on life, and she told him that she always had a different outlook on life, but now it's really just the fact that she could die at any moment. I really hope that doesn't happen.
Older people who, knew that they weren't going to be here for a while, and they all said the same thing. They say, enjoy every day of life because life is a precious gift. And I think
we all realize that we're faced with some sickness, or when we have some kind of problem. The judge explained that Inspector Kerrigan is a court's law and order, and he thinks the law is the law. He doesn't recommend anyone get a break in the courtroom. Judge Frank wants his opinion on the case. Let's see if we can break him.
She admitted she was wrong. She was guilty. I could never do that. Oh my goodness.
The case is dismissed. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
That was an emotional roller coaster. I hope she stays longer than she believed she would. A woman grieving the recent loss of her husband has her case dismissed, but leaves behind a small donation to help other motorists in need.
You have 2 red light violations on Eddie and Dudley streets. Okay, do you remember driving the car?
Well, I think I made that right turn about maybe 300 times from May.
On the 20th, her husband was having a second craniotomy for his brain cancer that day, so she wasn't the one driving that day, but her mother. She admitted that she made the turn a lot, so it's possible she was driving on the 24th.
My husband passed away not long ago, so just...
Kimberly,
Yeah.
I'm not going to look at the video.
Thank you.
I'm not going to look at the video.
It's okay.
My heart goes out to you.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Based on the circumstances, Judge Frank stated that justice demands he dismisses the case. Considering the fact that she had just lost a loved one, I never expected her to do what she did next.
I have $20 on me, so I just want to give it to maybe a single mom or so. I was a single mom for years before I met my husband, so maybe somebody here could use this. So can I just give it to you? Is that okay? Can I do that?
You can do that.
Okay.
It's obvious that she is a good wife, and she has a good heart. Her selflessness left me speechless. That was beautiful. Miss Kelly was charged with speeding on Chalkstone Avenue. She was speeding because her grandmother was in the hospital. She admitted that she was wrong for speeding, but according to her, they really didn't think she was going to make it.
Today. So I was on my way to Roger Williams. I drove by and I had to turn around. And then the reason I had to reschedule the court date, because this is my second court date, I received a letter saying that they added.
She's a divorced mother with 4 kids. Her house caught fire and they've been in a hotel for 3 months. Hence, why she couldn't make it to the last court date. She's unsure if she's going to be charged the additional fees for that. That's a whole lot to deal with. Do you think Judge Frank would be lenient with his judgment?
My mother doing?
She's been in a nursing home since then, but she's back in the hospital right now. But she's not in Roger Williams, she's in Fatima. She's not doing too well.
I think based on that explanation, I think I'm going to give you a break.
Hey.
Her story was very compelling. Judge Frank had to dismiss the case. Sometimes life comes at you in waves. This man was charged with parking in an area where parking is prohibited. He explained that he had pulled over to the side of the road and he was there for about 30 seconds. Someone was in the car, he went to use an ATM, he typed in his PIN and got the money. As he turned around, a cop was writing him a ticket. He told him that it was ridiculous as he was just 5 feet away.
He says, I was going to give you a $15 ticket, but now I'm going to give you an $85 ticket that's going to go on your driving record.
Did you give the police officer a tough time?
I wasn't happy.
Oh, so you didn't use any abusive language, did you?
No.
I'm curious to know what he said that warranted an increase in the fine. He made the statement saying, this is why people don't like cops. Well, that's expected to piss any cop off. That was a very intemperate remark he made. In his defense, he had a very rough week.
I'm not going to give you a driving record for parking.
Okay,
So-
thank you.
So I'm going to dismiss it and charge you $35 court cost.
Thank you.
If he had been given a ticket, it probably would have been $30. Unfortunately, he was asked to pay a $5 penalty for running his mouth. Well, that's better than destroying his driving record. She was charged with 2 charges, a roadway violation and obedience to a traffic control device. There was a do not enter sign, but she entered.
A seminar from work. I'm a nurse, and I wasn't familiar with the area. So I missed where I was going, and there was a light. I took a right at the green.
The lane looked like a one-way to her. It was actually a one-way. Then she realized she had missed where she was going. She saw it turning, and then she turned. She explained that she didn't see any sign or warning. There was a traffic light, and also someone she described as a secret agent was coming as well.
It wasn't like a police car. There was no police sign, no
He
siren.
could be too secret if we knew who he was.
No, I finally know he was a secret agent. Like, I don't know how to say it.
He was a secret
Like a
agent.
detective.
All of a sudden, he put on the siren, and that made her nervous. He pulled her over and told her she had gone into a do not enter area. He then called another cop who gave her 2 tickets. Judge Frank stated that he thinks she should be dismissed because the second officer did not observe what she did. She was just told to give her a ticket.
Signed this saying that she is the issuing officer and the certifying officer, that she certifies that you went through the light.
Yes, sir.
Well, how could she certify?
How can she certify that she wasn't present? She's gonna have to bring in the secret agent if that's the case. Inspector Nadu thought it was a tough situation.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Be careful with those secret agents.
Judge Frank saved her from an injustice. He never disappoints. A motorist gets emotional remembering his recent deceased father. His father passed away, leaving him with a ton of debt to pay. He was charged with a school zone violation and a red light violation.
Go through the light?
I did. I thought I came to a pause, but I might not have, and I'm not here to fight or argue. I'm here to take responsibility for what I did. I know I made a mistake. I just want to get on a payment plan because I'm having a little bit of a hard time financially.
He and his father weren't necessarily close. They were just trying to build a relationship they didn't have when he was a child. His parents got divorced, and he was trying to get over the bump before his father passed.
I was going to see my 100-year-old grandmother in the hospital, and I took a wrong turn, and I was turning around to go back. She actually used to live next door to you, I think. Teresa Poliata? Did you ever live near Alvison Avenue?
Judge Frank confirmed that he knew the family his grandmother was from. They had lived in the same house. We really do live in a small world.
Mario, I'm going to charge you $50, and I have an 80-year-old woman named Connie Maytek who sent some money in saying, I want to help a stranger. Said she's been on both sides of life, comfortable and not so comfortable. And she said a kind stranger helped her once when she really needed the helping hand. So
The money from the lady was used to pay for his fine. Hopefully things work out better for him.